Alright, time for round 4 of this one's MSEM GP. Playing ramp against an opponent who is on curses. So somehow I ran into 2 curses players this entire GP, despite the fact that there's only 2 curse players, I think, or maybe there's more. I'm not checking, or I haven't checked. I did do the deck list stream, but I forgot the ratios. But I mean, this is not a great matchup for my deck, so it kind of is unfortunate that I ran into all of the curse players. I guess I keep this. I am on the play too, so that's good. Like, I have Term and Primal. The problem is that these Nitrises aren't going to be very useful. No, they're still fine because Rova is going to be buffing them, so the bodies will actually have a use. Anyways, so turn 1 Primal, classic ramp start. So they could have, they could have the discard curse on that they can play on 1. If they do that, I'll just pitch Nitrous Renewer. Or do they have down? So they could have had down with the ship, but seems like they don't have it. And they also don't have Substack Exploit, which is their other 1-mana curse. So I guess they don't have a 1-mana curse right now. Well, I don't need to play out Nitrous Renewer, right? Yeah, I don't need to play out Nitrous Renewer this turn, so I can take this turn to Crumbling Shrine. Alternatively, I can go Nitrous to put down Crumbling Shrine. Oh, wait, right. I can just do absolutely everything I want to do. Never mind. So Nitrous, Nitrous, put down Crumbling Shrine. Let's see what's on top. Cool. Ramsey. So I have Rova coming down next turn, and Rova has 3 things on board to buff at least, assuming they all survive. If my opponent wastes removal on any one of my guys, I'll be pretty happy about it because it's not very valuable. Hunter's Mark. Well, that's suddenly going to be really. The game suddenly got a lot scarier for me. That's another Amber Hills. It's not useful, but so the question here is, I mean, I'm definitely roboting because I need to like start pushing damage before the curses player overwhelmed me with their curse value engines. Like they have what's it called again? Curse of Tattletale? Yeah, Curse. So like they have Curse of the Tattletale in their deck. If that thing ever lands, then I won't ever be able to outvalue it. So I need to like end the game before this thing starts going. Anyways, so I think since I want to get things on board right now, yeah, else I was thinking about whether I want to play Nitrous or if I want to fetch Lumbering Hillock, but I think I want the Nitrous so I can get this thing on board, start buffing it with Rova, and also I have Crumbling Shrine, so I still have mana lands to sink my mana into even if I don't fetch Lumbering Hillock. So yeah. And Nitrous even lets me put down my last land in hand, so that's convenient. I don't have any use for white mana, so I guess I just fetch. Do they have any land hate? I don't think so, so I just grab Lush Oasis to make sure I always hit all my colors. Rova from hand, the counters, start smacking my opponent. So this is 4, and it's going to be a lot more next turn. Top deck, Greenwood Outrider would be pretty hilarious right now. Anyways, so do they have any good ways of dealing with Rova on this board state? Like, I know they have Edicts in their deck somewhere. Like, yeah, they only have 2 Chaos modules now because Chaos module got nerfed. But like Chaos module can't kill Rova because yeah, I have too many random guys to protect my big thing. And all their damage caps out at 4, so unless they want to use 2 curses, like 2 damage dealing curses to kill Rova, in which case I'm not super happy with the outcome if that happens. But I think like I guess it's fine if that happens. I'm probably, like, if I don't find anything useful off the top, I'm just going to crack Amber Hills for Lumbering Hillock end of turn, and yeah, and then just try to get a really wide board and start swinging with Roba buffing my guys. They do have Chaos Module. Edict mode, okay, they're trying to flip stuff off the top. They find Overactive Imagination, which is really good, but I guess it's too slow for them. Okay, cool. So Rova definitely was MVP that game. And post board, Tell and Sign of Silence are both really good. Bessie's Brood is useless. Sack Bows are useless. Alton Surveyor is good. Is Hugh useful? No, they can easily get to 3 lands, and then like yeah. So Hunter's Mark makes their curses cost 2 less, but they can easily get to 3 lands, and all their curses cost 3 at most. So even if they're reduced, Hugh can't stop them. So is Henry good? Henry's really good, but do I want to bring in Henry when I already have Tal? I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have a backup Hate Bear. So what do I bring out? Rova was MVP that game, so I'm keeping it in, unless I don't want to. I don't think their deck has a good way of dealing with Rova, right? Yeah, I think, well, they don't have a good way of dealing with Rova, assuming I get a curve out into Rova. I think it's worth playing for. Death in Bloom is good. Is Death in Bloom my worst card here? I can get back Oaten Surveyors. That's like probably pretty useful. I think if I need to look for something to trim, then I guess I trim it. Yeah, sure. Actually, no, I guess I'd trim one recall. Sure. Alright, this hand has no early game, so I mulligan. Turn 2 Tau. Is that good? It might be too slow. Well, so Tau's good, assuming they don't get down Hunter's Mark early. This thing also dies to... Besides the 2 mana curse, I mean, it forces them to use a removal as a... this hand would be a lot better if I had 1 mana ramp, but I don't. Do I want to risk going down to 5? Let's see how good Tau is, I guess. And I could always top deck 1 mana plays off the top. Oh, Substack? Yeah, that's fine. I prefer that over the discard one. That's not what I wanted. How desperately do I want to fetch Lumbering Hillock early? Not very. Yeah, sure. I guess I just play this tapped and pass. Next turn, I forest, fetch, Lush Oasis. Or, yeah, I need to fetch Lush Oasis to make sure I don't get mass screwed off recall. First of attack. Oh, well, that's suddenly going to be a huge problem. Well, at least I get Tal down before they can really go nuts with that thing. That's another land. Well, I guess that's fetching Lumbering Hillock. And Wayfarer Shrine can fetch, having a random island off to the side is more useful than having a random plains off to the side right now. So I think I'll use this one to fetch my white source. So that should be Heart of the Glade. And then play this thing, name Enchantment. And let's see what my opponent can do. They play Nebula, so they're at 3 lands now. Naming red-black. So they have 2 removal spells in their deck that I need to care about. They have Curse of Tempest, which is 2 mana curse removal spell. So if they have that, then they can do that and kill Tel. Other than that, they also have 4 copies of Curse of Slaughter, which if they have right now, then they can't cast due to Tel. So that's what I hope they have. Or, no, technically they could also have Chaos Module right now. And that would... Okay, Chaos Module would be really good for them, because then that forces me to sack Tau. Except they can't actually cast it right now, I think. Oh, well, they had the one that I was hoping they don't have. So there is still... I could top deck Henry. Although if they have another Curse of Tempest, then that also kills Henry. So, that's a problem. Killing my only guy also means that Kernon isn't useful right now. Pick 1. Right, Substack Exploit. So, let's see what I draw. That's not what I needed. How much do I need to play to the board right now? Or should I just recall? Recall finds me cards. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Alton Surveyor. I'm looking for Kernon with possibly something to sack to it. I'm looking for Alton. It's just Alton Surveyor, right? Or no, I'm also looking for Scion Silence, right? So Scion Silence would be good. Kernon would always be pretty good. Or Kernon on the empty board is... I also don't have land enchants to abuse with Kernon's untap ability though. I think the best play here is to RFE and like pray to get to something good, because Tail Scatter on its own right now doesn't do enough, I think. I'd rather just RFE to like look for cards to play. Fetches Island, Recall Forgotten Aeons. That's not useful, but I mean, I can't complain too much. So this hand would be great if I wasn't being pressured so much, but my opponent is going to run, like, their engine is going to spin out of control really quickly, and I won't be able to catch up, even with all this extra value. Hunter's Mark, that's pretty scary. So now they can really start turning through their deck. And they're at 4 lands now. There is a sequence of good draws, I think, like Alton Surveyor, Overactive Imagination. Yeah, that's also really troublesome. What's the sequence of good draws I can get that would get me out of this? I have no way to blow up lots of enchantment at once, so any sort of would need to be like... I would need to blow up enchantments one at a time, and I think at this point it's too late for me to actually do that. Or at least to come back to the game if I do that. Down with the ship. They make me 2 cards. Cool. I guess hopefully Recall Forgotten Aeon draws me into lands. And yeah, they're also draining me with Substack. Alright, please. A Lush Oasis is not useful. I mean, it's a land, so at least I can guarantee that Recall is going to hit something. So what am I doing this turn? I need to play Scatter onto Island and then cast Recall, which means I won't be able to fetch Lumbering Hillock. Yeah, I guess I probably shouldn't try to fetch Lumbering Hillock anymore. Since they have no non-basic hate, I'm just going to fetch all my non-basics first. And yeah. Or actually, with how the sequencing works. Okay, so I need to sequence like this. Yeah. Pell scatter, make the blossom, stick it onto the island, I guess. Yeah. Cast recall forgotten aeons, draw 2. I mean, I can start coalescing recall forgotten aeons next turn, but I think that's probably too slow against what my opponent's doing right now. I could use Death and Bloom to dig for stuff, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for. Substack exploit? Okay, yeah, that's going to drain me out really quickly. Curse of Slaughter? Sure. I'm just dead to one more curse, right? Well, alright. Hopefully I have better luck on the play. And this is what I want to run with, right? Yeah, alright. I want to put out Greenwood Outrider. I'm on the play, maybe I get a curve into Greenwood and that wins me the game. I'll try it. Maybe Rova's better? Yeah, maybe Rova's better just because my opponent has such a hard time dealing with Rova efficiently. And this hand has the ramp curve. I just need to top deck plays after that happens. I'm willing to run it, but I hope I don't get punished for it. So I think I want to turn on Nitrous. Yeah, I want to turn on Nitrous because Primal Insurgence can be quote-unquote untapped, or pay itself back on the same turn it comes down if you stick it onto an untapped land. Oh, Toast has to go down to 5. That's unfortunate for them, and quite good for me. Alright, they kept 5, it seems like. They're thinking about their last card. And I will give them time to do that because I think them knowing what my turn 1 play is will actually influence their mulligan decisions a lot. Also, I can't actually cast spells. No, I can, but Primal Insurgence. So sticking Primal Insurgence on non-green land actually lets you filter mana to green on the turn it comes down, which is pretty funny. Anyways, so classic ramp start of turn 1 forest into Nitrous, put down a tap land. Next turn I can go Pale Scatter or Primal into Pale Scatter, which is nuts. Substack exploit, sure. I mean, this could turn out really poorly for me if I don't draw anything afterwards. Okay, Ultimate Surveyor, never mind. I have plays afterwards. So I think I'm in the driver's seat now. Or I think I'm in a pretty good spot now. So what should I do here? I should stick Primal onto Plains because I don't have much use for white mana. So in that case, this should fetch blue. So just making sure I sequence correctly. Yeah, sure, I'll stick Blossom here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana going to next turn. Hopefully I top deck something to do with that mana. If they play one of their engine enchantments on 2, I'm definitely going to Ultimate Surveyor it. If they don't, I guess I could afford to keep Ultimate in hand for a bit longer. I think they probably have Curse of Storms then, right? Or Curse of Tempests. So that's actually one of the worst scenarios for me because I don't get to efficiently use my Ultimate Surveyor on curve. Another Primal, okay. So unfortunately, I can't flash in Primal in response to their Curse of Tempest, which I know is happening. I mean, do I just jam Primal? So I always play Island here. I think I might. No, Primal's good. The problem is that Primal's good, and also I want to keep at least something in my hand to prevent. Yeah, I need to keep discard fodder in hand so that Ultimate doesn't get to random stuff. I'm going to just jam Primal and see if they respond. Yeah, they are. Cool. Or no, that's the wrong thing to be doing. Yep, Curse of Tempest happens, and this is where I really wish I had a mana land so I can do stuff. Well, no, I just have to pass. So good top decks now would include Recall Forgotten Aeons, Death from Bloom, basically any of the expensive stuff. Actually, Greenwood Outrider doesn't do as much right now. Okay, Rova would be an excellent top deck. Or would it? I mean, it would be a big thing they can't deal with, but I don't have anything to spend the Rova mana on, so I mean, it's still a big thing they can't deal with. I think Rova is a good top deck right now. So if they're smart here, whatever engine curse they play first is going to get blown up, right? Okay, they're just going for it. Sure, I guess I'm blowing that thing up. Maybe they have 2 engine curses in hand right now, and that's why they're willing to just run it out like this. Ooh, Vivian, that's very nice. And I can play out my entire hand this turn. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have any. Well, I wouldn't be able to cast any non-green cards. I flip off this anyway, so it doesn't matter. So play Vivian. Plus Vivian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pale Scatter is nice. And let's blow up Overactive Imagination. Wait, did I forget to... I forgot to activate Vivian. Okay, it could matter, actually. It could matter a lot because that might increase the clock by quite a bit. All right, and also it reduced. Okay, well that was really bad. That was really bad. Curse of the Tattletale. Yep. So I guess they were trying to bait Alton with overactive imagination, and Curse of the Tattletale is like the card that they actually want to stick down with the ship. I don't really want Nitrous. I need to remember the substack exploit triggers is annoying to do. Well, anyways, I can still recover after forgetting to activate Vivian. I guess I can probably still recover, and that's a second Vivian. Cool. Anyways, I should always activate Vivian first. Oh well, that's extra convenient. Ah. Do I want to kill the serval? I need to start attacking them, right? But at the same time, I don't really have. Okay, so what am I doing here? Pale Scatter onto the island, and then cast Alton Surveyor. Keep the other Vivian in hand because I don't really need to play out the second Vivian yet. So I should attack first. Yeah, I can definitely afford to attack with Alton Surveyor here because Vivian's going to put up enough blockers for anything I need to do. So, Pale Scatter comes down. I mean, they technically could have the counter spell, or no, they don't. Or that's not something that they can cast right now because they don't have Hunter's Mark right in play right now. Okay, well in that case, Alton Surveyor is blowing up Curse of the Tattletale to like prevent them from being too much value off stuff. I'll make the cat, and yeah, looks pretty good for me right now. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6/6. Getting both Alton Surveyors in the top half of my deck is pretty lucky though. Not even top half, it's top 1/3 of my deck. Anyways, let's see what my opponent's doing next. They have another Curse of the Tattletale. Okay, sure. So just putting it out there, if I didn't forget to activate Vivian on the turn it came down, I could be ulting next turn. So I think the funniest thing that could happen right now is for Vivian Plus to flip Greenwood Outrider and end the game immediately. Take 2, okay. Oh, like Substack, right? Okay, let's see what I get off the top. Crumbling Shrine, yeah, that's fine. I think I want the Vivian first. Okay, that's a whiff, but that's fine because I'm already pretty far ahead right now. I want the Vivian -2. No, I definitely want to keep plussing Vivian right now because threatening the Vivian ult is really good for me. So Crumbling Shrine, let's see what's off the top. Nitrous, that's useless. Oops. I can't actually exile Nitrous right now as a way to spend my mana. If I swing out, I guess I leave one Alton Surveyor back, just, yeah. No, I don't need, I can just swing out because one cat is enough to stop my opponent from stopping my ultimate next turn. And also, oh, wait, I definitely could have activated Nitrous Renewer earlier, like these. Anyways, these guys get exiled. I guess I'll pick up a Lumbering Hillock and a Crumbling Shrine, because why not? So, I mean, they technically still have things they could do. Like 3 cards in hand, they have Curse of the Tattletale out though. So like every curse they play is 2 life, which is quite scary. Huntress Mark, okay, they can start comboing now, which is very scary. I'm hoping they don't do that. Like they could, with Hunter's Mark out, there is a way for them to play 7 curses or 5 curses this turn and drain me out. Actually, no, they only need 4 curses because they can just attack with one of the servals through. It seems like they don't have like cheap curses, so I don't have to worry about that. Curse of Tempests, okay, sure, that's fine. That puts them slightly further back from, like, they're still dead to this really big board state, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is still a 6/6. I can animate Crumbling Shrine. That probably pushes some more damage. But they need to attack down Vivian right now, right? To prevent the ult from winning me the game. Unless they have something that can kill Vivian. Well, it would have to be that red 3-mana deal 4 damage to Curse. And they can't cast it for 1 mana right now, so if they have that, then they can use that to knock Vivian off the ultimate without having to attack into it. Also, I think oh yeah, I misplayed. I didn't need to do both Nitrous Renewers. I could have just used 1 Nitrous and then end of turn animated Crumbling Shrine. That gets me 1 more attacker for trying to push lethal. So I think, yeah, that was definitely a misplay. I mean, it could just not matter anyways because Vivian flips either Rova or Greenwood Outrider or something like that. They're going to swing with the servals. They're not going to swing with the servals. Okay, they are going to swing with one of the servals at Vivian probably. No, they need to swing at both. They need to swing both at Vivian. Okay, they're swinging at face. Interesting. Oh, they're trying to draw cards off this thing. I see. Yeah, that's actually quite good for them because that lets them dig pretty far. So do they have? Well, they found it. So that prevents Vivian ult from happening this turn. And I also lose. So I kind of need to win this game this turn, or else I die to the backswing. Yeah. Alright, green with Outrider, please. Or if he doesn't do anything, Vivian Minus can take out a servo, then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage, 13. I'm 1 off right now. So I just need Vivian Plus to find me 1 damage from somewhere. Does Kernon even do anything right now? Kernon doesn't do anything for me. Okay, well, let's see what's on. 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, Silent Silence. That's really good. Yeah, Silent can name Substack, and then that turns off their... Yeah, okay, cool. I managed to get bailed out by Silent top deck. Okay, so let's see how I'm doing this. Or let me think about how I'm doing this. So I don't actually need to Vivian Minus anymore. So since I'm not trying to Vivian Alt anymore, Silent is going to take 2... So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 mana basically this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I'm not doing anything else then. Yeah, probably. So what's I play? Silent, name Substack, get rid of the Substacks, swing with my entire board at their face. Vivian Plus, make another cat, or animate Crumbling Shrine, swing. Yeah, okay. Do I want to play? Yeah, I want to play Lumbering Hillock over Crumbling Shrine right now because Trample might be useful. So get Silent down there, get rid of the Substacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, get Crumbling Shrine on the offense. Do I Vivian Minus on the servo actually pushes a lot of damage? I should do that. So yeah, they're at 1 life. Oh yeah, I was 1 off. So they actually can recover here. They would need to kill Silent. I mean, they still have Curse of Tattletales and the Hunter's Mark in play, so they could definitely go through the deck and find. So they would need to remove Scion and then find some more Substack exploits and then enough enchantments to drain me out after that. I probably should have left the guy back, actually. I didn't need to bring them down to 1. Like, I was winning a game if they didn't win this turn anyways. Wait, no, they have the curse that... Okay, they're killing Vivian. Don't they have the curse that makes a bunch of tokens? Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, so that might be troublesome. I mean, that's what... Did I forget to play Lumbering Hillock? Okay, I'm not playing super well, this game so far. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think forgetting to play Lumbering Hillock just made me lose the game. Okay, but there is still an out. I can always top deck. I can always find Greenwood Outrider. So yeah, there is still the out of top decking Greenwood Outrider. Now with the ship, sure, I'm pitching Crumbling Shrine. Actually, this should be a 5/5 now. And there's swinging. I mean, it doesn't matter what happens. I won't survive next turn anyways. Oh, they get to draw 1, right? So, I mean, if I had Lumbering Hillock, like if they have the 5... No, this thing doesn't have flash. Okay, yeah, so not playing Lumbering Hillock just made me lose the game right now. Because I'm pretty sure Lumbering... Oh, Cockpit crashed again. I thought I fixed that bug. Apparently it's still getting too many open files. Is something like not closing file handles or whatever? Well, I guess I'll report it later. Curse of Tempests. Oh, okay, they killed that thing. Right, so I guess technically that means that I didn't lose the game, because, yeah, that's too much damage or too much toughness to just Lumbering Hillock through. So I'm just reliant on top decking that thing, Greenwood Outrider. I have 1 copy in my entire deck. Let's see if I find it. Nope, that's not it. Can I still cast it after recall? 1, 2, 3, 1. No, no, if I draw it in the tap land, I could cast it. So, what if I do Vivian? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I would be able to cast it if I remember to play a land. Well, anyways. So what that means is that I need to top deck an untap land and Greenwood Outrider. Darn. Yep, that's unfortunate. Like I have no outs here, right? Kernon doesn't do enough for me. I don't have an accessible board wipe right now, and yep. Alright, cool. So I'm pretty sure I threw this game. But on the bright side, me being knocked out of both GPs means that I have more time for field tests this month. Although I'm not sure how much participation field test is going to get after the first week. I will eventually win with ramp. Anyways, that's a lot of replays I have so far. Fellas, can you leave this game so we can get the replay? They made the game so I can't kick them. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to use Vivian that turn, right? Or is it... Yeah, this turn I just completely forgot to use Vivian. Forgot to use a second loyalty ability from Vivian. So if I did that, then Vivian would be at 8 loyalty right now. So that's when opponent would be forced to deal with it or deal with the ult. So that means that they'll be forced to like Curse of Tempest it, I guess. They couldn't swing into it, right? This turn, so yeah, they'd be forced to Curse of Tempest that thing instead of what was it? What were they doing instead? How was that tapped? Wait. So what? They cursed the Tattletale, and then yeah, they'll be forced to Curse of Tempest right now instead of doing this, instead of like spending time with Substack exploit. And then I guess the game would have diverged from there. Like I can't really exactly, I wouldn't be able to tell what happened because it would have too many things would have changed. I would definitely have been in a better position because like my opponent was forced to Curse of Tempest just to remove some loyalty from a Planeswalker, and then they wouldn't be able to get out the Substack exploit, so then they would have to like wait until next turn. But like the mana was pretty constrained this game, so or at least currently. And yeah, and then this turn, I mean, I don't think it mattered afterwards, right? Like I forgot to play Lumbering Hillock, but it wouldn't have mattered because they had some extra curses, so then they just played down some extra guys to block. This turn, if I had Lumbering Hillock down, it'd be like one, two. All these guys get blocked, and then Lumbering Hillock does not do enough trampoline damage to win the game. Or does it? No, they have at least 5 guys to block Lumbering Hillock. It's not enough. But yeah, not a very. I mean, I made it to round 4, I guess. Still, less than ideal showing up for a ramp, but oh well.